Yo, okay. How are we all doing? At first I thought I wasn't going to make it on tonight, but then things turned out to be okay. Anyway, what's up, Reihaku? Anyone else in the background? Hope we're all doing well. What's for dinner? Troll ass. This is what's for dinner. No, come back. Anyway, so we got this fresh level 1 priest here. Haven't done anything on him except for transfer over the heirlooms that I've gotten. So we're starting out with a whopping bonus 4 to spell power, but most importantly, we got all this bonus XP, and I bet the wand is going to go crazy hard. Anyway, let's get rolling.
Finally, you are of age, adventurer, of age to battle in the name of the Horde. To
Cake is bad for diet.
War chief. Yes,
nice.
You will do nicely. No doubt you wish to find a great dragon or demon and strangle it with your bare hands. But perhaps it would be wise to start on something less.
Hang on a sec. Where is my... Oh, fuck.
He should be able to assign a task better suited to a young adventurer. You will find Gornek in the den to the west.
I lost my moderator view thing on Twitch. I don't even know where that went, but I don't know. I guess some message got removed. I'm not even sure what it was, but hopefully it wasn't one of you guys, or at least a legit message. All right. So anyway, how are you doing, Mooncake? Are you okay, kitty? Yeah, you're doing better. Okay. Yeah, for anyone who caught the message in Discord, it seems like Mooncake is doing better.
Into a warrior worthy to join the Horde. Those who cannot rise.
The real concern I had is that she hadn't eaten yet today until shortly after I sent that message in Discord. That was the only concern. But once she ate food, it was like, okay, well, things are back to a normal level of concern. She just has a little wound on her thigh that seems like it might be infected. Wouldn't be the first time. Like, cats fight and play and wound each other all the damn time. Come here, Moon. Oh, I wonder if she's not going to have an easy enough time jumping up, and she wants to... hang on a second. Let me get her up on my lap here carefully. Come here, Mooncake. You want to jump? Oh, okay, good girl. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's just make sure she's cozy and comfy. WoW is a great game to play with Mooncake on my lap, honestly. Okay. There we go, kitty. Let me get you tucked in there, okay? Okay. I don't want to push on her leg right now because I don't know exactly what her... I know where the wound is, but I don't know if, like, moving her leg would, like, hurt a muscle or something, you know? Anyway. Okay, so where were we? We picked up the quests. Oh, yeah, I don't have bags or anything. Isn't there... I was thinking about getting the fell chest thingy. Alright. That's the water pouch. I don't have a mount yet. I think, if I remember correctly, there is a bag over in the corner up there. Get that mini-map button out of the way. Oh yeah, and if anyone saw what I posted in Discord earlier about that game Unmetal, I did end up picking that up. The retro Metal Gear Solid style game that's also like got a... It's like a parody as well of the genre. It seemed really fun. Just didn't quite feel like jumping into it tonight. Wanted to play something familiar. Oh, so this wand sucks. Wands used to be really, really good, but they must have nerfed them or fucked something up, because back in the day, having a good wand at low level on a caster was insane. But anyway, looks like we're smiting away, boys. There we go. That level up for mana is huge. Oh, thanks. Oops, sorry, Mooney. Alright. I'd have buffed him back if I had anything to work with, but I do not. Okay. We also got more Area 52 Ascension to do. Not today, but I got more builds that I want to play with there. But even though you can do a lot more there and a lot faster, there's something about being on Bronzebeard being more of a regular WoW experience that I also really still like. Okay. So now... Oh, nice, that automatically equipped. Sweet. Okay. I was going to say, I definitely need some. Oh no. Missing with a spell is like so much wasted mana. Oh, you know what? I guess since I'm almost done with this boar quest, I'll finish it. But I wanted to level in the undead area instead to change things up since I've made multiple trolls and I wanted to make the priest a troll as well. I wonder if meleeing with the staff might actually be better, to be honest. Okay, so let's go turn that in and then I'll pop out the... Oh, okay, let's shrink that. Then we'll pop out the vanity item to go to the Gates of Orgrimmar and hop over on the Zeppelin to Undercity. That will work perfectly.
What? Not bad, adventurer. But don't let it get to your head. You'll fight tougher than boars in your career. Nonetheless, you've proven yourself well, and your next trial will be against a considerably more dangerous opponent, so you'll need some extra protection.
Oh, I'll have to find a I'll have to find a transmog to wear. We'll see if we want to look goofy or if we want to look like... Well, we're gonna look goofy no matter what, but it depends what kind of goofy we want to look like. Okay, so... There we go. I couldn't remember what the hell it was called. Okay, I gotta relog in order to use that. That's right. But we got it. Okay, scroll of retreat. I'm going to leave my Hearthstone to Duratar, just in case I'm not able to get a mount from the undead area at level 5. I don't know if that'll be faction reputation based like it was back in the day or not. Resto Shaman, LF Affley lock for 2s. Resto Shaman Affliction Warlock has always been a pretty solid combo. Then again, Resto Druid usually works well with that too. I'm trying to remember what... Oh, it's because... Yeah, that's right. Because of the Purge and the Interrupts. Because I was going to say, honestly, I don't really like Resto Shaman purely as a healer compared to like every other healer in the game. But yeah, in PvP, the Purge and Windshear That goes a long way. Okay, so Brill is that way, and then we go back to about, I don't know, like here-ish. Yeah, there. It's been a hot minute. That's why I wanted to do this zone, because get a little bit of variety in things. You believe it's just an Ascension quest? Yeah, I think that's why I'm thinking it'll probably work. I just don't know if it'll tap into the whole faction reputation mount thingy or not. Like, there's a chance that because I'm a troll or an orc, the quest will make me go to Senjin Village by Durotar. And even though it would be a little bit more convenient to have my Hearthstone set to here, for example, it'll save me some serious running in the event I do have to go back. But anyway, I guess we're, all these undead are probably looking at me like, the fuck's this troll doing on our land? People are talking about Conquest of Azeroth in chat, so I just wanted to let them know that it comes out with Half-Life 3 and Grand Theft Auto 6. Hi, baby mooncake. You're a good little cat. I was worried about you earlier when you weren't eating. So next century, at least. At least. Oh yeah, profession-wise, I'll have to think... Oh, nice. Just leveled up. Oh, I have literally 0 silver. That's funny. Well, I can vendor... I could send gold over from my main, but I'll be able to vendor this anyway. And get what I need to get skills going. And hopefully I won't need as many damn, I don't think that Priest has as many skills on level up as Druid. I think Druid, because of the multiple forms, has the most skills per level up of every class. But I could be mistaken because other hybrids would have similar levels of shit going on. Just ordered an AYN Thor before the price goes up. Wait. Is that crazy Game Boy looking thing, or am I totally mixing shit up here? I'm gonna Alt-Tab and Google that quick. Oh, you know. Oh, okay. You know what's funny is I was actually thinking about something else. But this looks fucking dope. What the hell is this? Is this basically a 3DS that's not a 3DS, or like what does it play? There are no games installed. Yeah, of course. Oh. Dude, the atomic purple. That looks pristine. Okay, so it's basically a 1080p big ass display 3DS. Really powerful. Oh, okay, so it could play. So I wonder if it can it like more or less play like I wonder if it runs on like Linux. Can you play like Steam, like anything that would run on the Steam Deck more or less on this? Okay, it runs on Android. Okay. So potentially, but I'm not 100% sure. But still, as long as it plays what you want, that's an awesome form factor. Let's see, what was the thing I was thinking of the Andoril Game Boy thing, because I remember this thing was really This thing was controversial because it was... No, that's not it. What the fuck is it? Mod Retro. Yeah, there we go. Oculus founder Palmer Luckey has a new project. Because I remember people were pissed because they both don't like Palmer Luckey because he's a conservative, and also because Anduril is like a fucking weapons manufacturer or something. Okay, so I guess these are it. Okay, this is what I saw though. I saw this hey, this account is permanently banned. Imagine that. This is the thing I was talking about. It's basically a Game Boy made by like a weapons manufacturer, Anduril. So I don't know, and it's made out of like crazy materials or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this seems more like, I'm pretty sure that just does play Game Boy style stuff. So like that's gonna be that would be much more of not a gimmick, but you would really know what you're getting yourself into there. Whereas the device you're talking about is a I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess there's a 3DS emulator for Android, so you can for sure do that if they don't even have a more robust, bespoke solution for that. A Mii Mini. I gotta see what that is too. I just have a DS Lite with a flash card, and that's gotten me a lot of mileage, honestly. Game Hub is a way to play Steam games on Android. Okay, so basically for games that you fuck, why? I like pre-search, but lately it's been a little bit fucky. I might have to set my search engine back to Brave for a while. Mii Mini. Oops, sorry, I'm not capturing. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. So it's a retro 3.5-inch IPS screen. I wonder if that would be too small for me to play with any degree of comfort because my hands are big and it's kind of annoying. But dude, this is fucking cool. I love the form factor. Both this. Oh, okay, and it has triggers too. I was wondering, so it's a 4-button deep. Okay, but no, it has. Okay, so you got more bindings. And then there's the man, that's a tough call. What I want it, because see, the Atomic Purple, I had this Game Boy Color as a kid. Oh, that's fucked up, man. I love all of these options. This is the OG, because this is my first ever gaming device, basically. The classic Game Boy. Damn. I have a busted classic Game Boy in my closet somewhere. It doesn't work anymore, but it's there. That's really impressive. I bet that's incredible. Having that big of a bright display, I bet that's awesome for like what kind of power, like what do you play on this? Like Game Boy Advance basically? Or can you do more than that? I mean, I know it's not literally like, okay, ARM Cortex A7. Oh, so you could realistically do a lot more on that. Nice. That's pretty cool.
Hey mate, do a favor.
Hey mate.
Man who's been fighting more than his fair share of mindless zombies.
Oh, PS1. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
This here letter that needs to go to Brill, to an innkeeper named Renee something or other. Don't really matter none what her last name is. Anyway, it's a nice, cozy little place full of victims of the plague.
Lovely. Anyway. Although, how are you going to do Metal Gear Solid without being able to plug in a second DualShock controller to fight Psycho Mantis? Ooh, Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. See, that's kind of interesting because previously I would have said, well, you can run all that shit on a phone anyway. And especially if it's turn-based, you know, you don't really matter about having touch controls aren't the end of the world. You can use a Bluetooth controller, etc., etc. But to be honest, I don't like, I mean, the same thing with the Steam Deck. I was kind of thinking like, if I did have a device like that, I probably would actually game more on it, as opposed to like if I'm on my phone and I'm killing time, I'm just gonna go on YouTube or whatever, you know, or at least that's what I would do. Not or X or whatever. Like I'll be doing phone stuff most of the time.
We were ready to toss you.
Now, I don't think that I would personally get a lot of value out of a
include tending to our wounded.
Out of a handheld gaming device in my life, because usually if I'm out, I'm not in a situation where gaming would be an option. Whereas I've had jobs in the past with a lot of downtime, and where gaming on a handheld thing like that is actually a real option. Retroid Pocket G2 widescreen hacks a PS2 and GameCube look pristine at a 4x upscale. Dude, these devices would have blown my fucking mind as a kid. That's so awesome. Now the question is, can any of those devices play Fortnite? Oh, I guess the Android one probably could, right? I mean, it might be suboptimal input-wise and control-wise, but you could install Android Fortnite on it. Or at least I would think you probably could. I don't know why you couldn't. Man, until I get Spirit Tap, I'm such a mana hungry little bitch. I even have this restores maximum mana when you get a kill, but like my maximum mana pool ain't shit at the moment. Yeah, no, for sure. Because you said you drive a tow truck, right? So you'd probably have a lot of downtime in the truck. I had to get towed a couple weeks ago because I had that super fucking flat tire. So I got towed down to Costco to have my tires changed. And I was and I just rode down in the cab with the tow driver, and we were just talking story, and I showed him shared some of my nicotine mints with him, and he was mind blown by that because he didn't even know those existed. I'm not gonna be like my despite the fact that I've spent the majority of my life in Hawaii, I can't do the pigeon accent with any convincing element to it, but it was hilarious because, like, you know, it's a local guy, never seen nicotine mints before. I give him one, he pops it in, he just immediately, oh, these fuckers cherry. Just a classic response, and I'm like, yep. But no, I could see the appeal in driving a tow truck. These dedicated devices also have tweaks to the OS because Android. Yeah, that makes sense. There's always a lot of stuff you can do to min-max performance, battery life, etc. Oh, so this just doesn't do any more damage no matter what. I mean, it's probably better than, like, stopping and restoring my mana, but, like, damn, this is some shit. Some shitty shit. Wait, what about meleeing? Yeah, it's unironically better, I think. It shouldn't be better, but I think it is. I suppose if I want to be more efficient, I could could like do that, right? Finish them off with a melee when I know it'll do the trick. Hey lol, how's it going, dude? Oh wait, the Ain Thor, that had dual analog, right? Dude, you'd be able to play fucking mobile League of Legends on that. Cause like I assume it would have full support for binding, like even for games that don't have controller support, that thing probably has a utility to bind gamepad buttons to touchscreen functions and shit, right? I mean that's usually pretty standard for those devices. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly.
What is it? It is unfortunate that the Scourge cannot be brought into the fold. Their large numbers would be useful in the battles ahead. But they will not join us, so we have no choice but to destroy them.
While you were off dealing with the mindless Scourge, this scroll arrived for you. I would think it's some matter of importance, as it seems it bears the seal of the priest trainer Dueston. I would take some time to read it before heading out again.
You've shown your potential to the Forsaken under normal circumstances.
I saw someone playing Majora's Mask on the top screen while having game FAQs guides on the bottom screen and such. Oh, holy shit. Dude, I remember when I used to go to my dad's old office as a kid and print shit from game FAQs just so I could have it on hand while I was gaming. Like I had a few maps of old Phantasy Star PSO episode 1 and 2, the GameCube version. I had a few maps printed out for that until I started memorizing them all. That's like such a next level difference to have it all built in. Okay, 10, 6, 8, 10. Okay. 6. Alright, so these bags are shit. Let's go. Is this a vendor? Yeah, there we go.
What is it?
Okay, I don't need to worry about any of the gear.
Remember, patience, discipline.
You got yourself a new record. Nice, man. Well, how you doing, Mooncake? There we go. Good girl. Okay, she wanted to jump over into the bed, and again, I wanted to make sure that she was okay because she's got that wound right on her leg. Okay. All right, so I got Shadow Word, Pain, and Fortitude. I'm gonna take Wand off my bar because who cares? That's so garbage. All right, so what the hell is it doing? All right, gotta go over here. Rattle cage skeletons and more of the wolf paws. Oh, well, Smite's less mana than Shadow Word Pain, so I'm not even going to use that. Good girl, Mooncake. You eat that wet food. You need the hydration. I saw the 12 gigabyte model being able to emulate Switch to the 16 one will make it even easier. Oh, holy shit. I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes sense because it's, I would assume that it's actually easier to emulate on a device like that because it's the same, like, because the Switch is an ARM chip anyway, so it's like less emulating actually. Like, you're not translating it to an entirely different CPU instruction set. Wait, what is it about Dark Souls on the Switch, lol? I mean, I know that Dark Souls has been on the Switch for a while, but like, is there something new about that, or are we just saying shit to say it? Yeah, dude, Xbox is a real motherfucker to emulate for whatever reason. And the crazy thing is, Microsoft actually allegedly has a really good emulator for it internally. I don't know, but then again, Microsoft doesn't make logical decisions anymore. I have no idea why, but it seems like they are allergic to money in every way except for increasing the price of their own shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't, but that's Microsoft. Yeah, dude, I would just love it. What I would really love is a good Xbox 360 emulator, because there's a few games like there's a few games on that platform that I'd like to play, and a lot of the PC releases of that era have problems. Like, they're not the greatest ports, or like you can't even play it anymore unless you go get a pirated version, because like the DRM like management thingy doesn't even, like Dead Rising 2, for example, on PC. I don't think you can even play that anymore because the DRM's broken or something. Copilot makes the executive decision over there now. Must be running on a free trial account or something. Because even ChatGPT 5.2 would do a better job than that. All right. Almost high enough level to get a mount. Oh my god, a physical Copilot button? Dude, do you remember when they had that fucking phone back in the day with the Facebook button? I can't believe that shit. Let's see if I can pull this up. Here we go. It was an HTC, that's right. And it was from the era of physical keyboards. And yes, it had a dedicated Facebook button. Like, how insane is that? This is like for anyone who's not as old as us and, like, you know, doesn't remember smartphones from before the, like, you know, they only know the iPhone era. Secondhand embarrassment seeing that. You compare 5.2 to the AI that suggests drinking 2 liters of urine every day to prevent kidney stones. What the fuck is that what Copilot tells you to do? I was watching a podcast that had this health guru kind of guest on, and I'm really upset because a lot of the things he was saying actually really make sense to me, or are things that I already, you know and embrace myself as information and such.
But know that no matter what they...
But then he goes on about all these alleged amazing health benefits from drinking your own urine, and I'm like, God damn it. I actually believe you, but I am just hard unwilling to ever go down that route.
What would you ask? You there, if you're looking for something to make yourself useful.
Put Tyr in a micro bikini, cover him in white slime. Yeah, that shit's so fucking funny. I mean, what the fuck do I need? Oh, okay, I need to go get the dude's remains before we can bury them. Sure. Okay. So, let's see. I remember he's like over... Oh, yeah, he's over there, right, okay. The map actually is correct. Sweet. Anyway, what I was gonna say is right. Like, I get why the people that were being targeted by such prompts were upset. You know, I get it. But at the same time, like, the way people are treating this whole AI being able to create images of them and stuff, it's like people could do that with a pencil before AI if they were a good enough artist. I knew a dude in high school who could draw a sketch of a person and it would absolutely be recognizable as that person, whether it was a celebrity or like some random fucking person from our school. That dude could have 100% just drawn people naked instead, and that's exactly the point. Is it's best case scenario, it's imagining what you might look like naked. And if people would actually tackle it from that side of logical, logic and being connected to reality, I would have a lot more empathy for it than I do when it's like, Grok literally raped me and showed me naked. It's like, no, he didn't, you fucking retard. It rendered fake body parts in a bikini that aren't even you. Like, it's pure imagination. And in fact, all the outrage really does is kind of give trolls more power and leverage over you. Whereas, you know, if Reihaku actually generated the prompt he's memeing about in chat, I'd think it was funny.
Great work, adventurer. I knew you weren't useless. Here, have one of the better items I've found out of the lots that have been collected so far.
But oh well, people being illogical, emotional, and retarded, news at 10, right? Oh yeah, I don't care, dude. By all means, go for it. People can AI absolutely whatever they want of me. The only thing I wouldn't want is like, I mean, I guess no one would want convincing AIs to be made of them in situ, like, okay, like, no one wants to be AI'd into a convincing photo as if they were hanging out on Epstein's island, right? I mean, realistically, you know, that's about where I would draw the line when it would be potentially, you know, when it would be something that would be obnoxious to deal with, right? But even then, the proper way to handle that is go, yeah, that's fake. And then you don't care about it beyond that, because otherwise you're just giving them power over you. Guy's literally 1 HP. There we go. That asshole. Lucky you don't upload your image anymore since 2012. That's the other funny thing too, is that like, I've noticed a lot of people taking their images off the internet, and even something as simple as like, I had an old app on my phone that synchronized everyone's Facebook picture to my contact log in, you know, if I had their information, right? So that way I would have a photo when they call on the phone as opposed to just a number. Like, there's a million ways that, and I didn't even care about that. Like there was no, there was no ulterior motive there. So now imagine if someone does have an ulterior motive. The reality is they probably already have a photo of you, and they're going to be able to do stuff with it on their own computer offline. And there's not a single fucking thing that anyone can do about it unless they then go beyond that and start uploading it or trying to sell it, blackmail you, etc. But if they don't do any of that, not only can you not do a damn thing about it, you should not be able to. As upsetting as it might be for some, people can draw the fucking image they want to draw on their own computer or piece of paper. You know, sorry, not sorry. Have Grok replace your face with the face of the person who made that. Yeah, that would work too. But yeah, no, like, I was experimenting with local GPU face swap technology because I wanted to see if it would have some really fun meme value for streaming. And it turns out that it's just too heavy to run on my current rig if I'm playing a game. it really does take an enormous amount of resources to do that in real time with like a web camera feed. But like when I did, you know, I did a face swap of various figures, like I face swapped myself to, you know, Elon Musk, Obama, etc., right? It's absurdly convincing. And realistically, what can you go do with that if you want, right? Obviously. And there's nothing anyone can do about it, and people just have to accept that. And the quicker people get over it, the quicker then it loses power over them. Okay, what do we need to do? Father banished, mother banished, cousin Salem banished, Uncle Abel banished. Okay. So we're just like killing this dude's whole fucking family? Well, now I haven't looked at it in like almost a year now, or probably not that long, but I haven't looked at it since it was really early, Fred. So to be honest, it could have improved significantly since then. And the other thing too is if you're not active, like I could run that if I wasn't gaming. It's just that I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to have that be like a channel point redemption that viewers could just toggle on, which was my idea for it. Because yeah, that would just hit my PC way too hard. It'd be like trying to run, you know, 2 instances of a game that uses most of your resources, right? Why does Mother have an earthquake? What the fuck is this? Alright, got her. Oh, just before that earthquake finished, but we heard the audio for it. Kane's Oathblade, I wonder what that looks like. Oh, that's actually a really cool sword visual for starting out. Like as a low level, if you don't have anything else to transmog or whatever. Two spirit, 2 attack power. Weird stats, but, you know. It's a slow sword, 2-handed sword. It hits hard. Not bad. Run a voice changer on top of that? Yeah, it's true. Oh, there's Cabal. I didn't even see those guys. They must have been dead from someone else when I went in.
What do you require?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable to be able to copyright your own likeness. Like, I don't think that a company should be able to. Like, I don't think like say if a company wants to have Asmongold be their sponsor or be like, you know, make an advertisement for them for a product. I don't think they should be able to just AI his face and voice or something, right? Like that doesn't. It's like if you're trying to actually recreate that person's identity, I don't think you should be able to do that.
I have exactly what you need.
What is it?
I'm listening.
But to be honest, I'm not even sure. Like, okay, so like I have empathy for voice actors in the sense that AI really is going to hit them hard. But on the other hand, I'm trying to think about that. Like, should someone be able to copyright the sound of their own voice? No, it's kind of like how you can't copyright an art style, right? Like, you can't, it's like you couldn't paint Starry Night, Van Gogh's Starry Night if you were the first person to ever make that and go, I own this style now. Anything that matches this aesthetic is mine. And again, it sucks, it'd be a rough time to be, oh, nice, this server still has women as women instead of bowls of fruit. Imagine that. But yeah, the previous topic of, someone being able to imagine your likeness in other situations on their own computer offline. Again, not a great thing to do, but it's functionally the same as someone imagining, it's functionally the same exact level of offense and tangible reality as someone imagining you naked and fucking you. There's nothing you can do about that. You don't get to police what people think in their own mind. And even if you wanted to, and even if the state wanted to, how? Some guy made a manga anime because he wanted Hermione Granger to step on him, ended up becoming a cult classic isekai. What? That's so deranged. I love it. So he used AI to make an anime of a giant Hermione Granger stepping on him? I hate the fact I can understand English. Oh, it's really old. Oh, shit. So he actually did it pre-AI. Well, that's actually that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about then. It's like you can't realistically, people did not need AI to do this. AI just made it more accessible. I'm not familiar with these quests. It's been so long, or I've even never done it or something. I don't know if this is one of those areas that Ascension made, or if it's just like I haven't leveled an undead since sometime in the late 2000s. Fuck me, I can't climb upstairs at all because I keep trying to cut the corner. Main character is based off Hermione Granger originally, but anime. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks, Fred. I did end up just finding that as I read that message. Hit him. There we go. Okay. Well, unfortunately, the priest start with full heirlooms is not that exciting. We don't really get much stats off of the gear yet, whereas like with a warrior, having like a big two-handed weapon, you just basically one-shot every mob and don't even need to ever stop. However, we do not have that luxury right now. I gotta drink water like a fucking pleb. It got 4 seasons? Damn. That's really funny. What made it so popular? Like, was it, are there any details about that? Like, I mean, I assume it had to be a good show. Like, it had to be well enough written for it to have that effect. But the reason being, I'm wondering, was it the fact that the character looked like Hermione that gave it so much attention? You know, is that what helped it stand out from the crowd?
What do you require?
Oh, okay. So it could have been multiple factors. The hell is this? Claw? It's a swipe icon, but a slow? Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for ghouls. Where the hell are the ghouls? Oh wait, I think I heard a ghoul. Okay. There's a ghoul. They make different sounds than the zombies. There's one. Can I wonder if I have LOS through the wall. Nah, damn. Alright, what the fuck am I looking for? Oh, I probably need the NPC to spawn. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now, NPC spawns are usually really quick in leveling areas. But multiple dudes were just here, so... Pulled that ghoul up to me so I have something to fight while I wait. Yeah, I don't see anything I can interact with, so it must be an NPC that isn't here. That is some good pathfinding. Oh yeah, that's true. Having NPCs path properly, that's like a whole separate layer on the back end of things. I've never had to do that kind of thing myself, but I learned about that not too long ago. I think I was watching a video about a very elaborate mod project or something. Literally missed by one. Okay, there we go. Oh, damn. Okay, that was too much. I wasn't sure. Alright, well, I don't really want to wait for this fucking NPC if there's not going to be anything here. Before the publication of the novel The Familiar of Zero, the author, Mr. Noboru Yamaguchi, wrote down his thoughts in his diary. I want to be Hermione's familiar. A miserable chair is fine, or so he wrote. After that, the heroine who must have been inspired by the girl of his imagination, Louise Francois Leblanc de la Valliere, however the fuck you pronounce that, exploded into existence. Oh man. There's something to be admired. It's very admirable to see someone just so, like, that level of determination and willpower to just create their own reality. I respect that. All right. I'll just get the last ghoul and then we'll move on because there's like multiple mobs that aren't here. Oh, now there's a ghoul in the house. Well, hold on. It's just about to respawn then. All right. Hey Rona, what's up, dude? Can we have a shout out to Martin Luther King? He had a dream that we'll have a day with no school and it came true, so no school on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. Shout outs to no school on Monday. Man, I don't think anything will be able to match up to the hype of a snow day. Right after, like, I remember the Christmas that I got Nintendo 64. The week we were supposed to have to go back to school, we had a, like, once in a 20-year blizzard. It was when I was a kid. I was born in Michigan, so we had real winters over there. And we had a snow day for the entire week. I think Friday we probably could have gone to school if I remember correctly, but like at that point it was like, nah, let's fucking give it to them. Who cares? So yeah, like that was actually peak.
And you
Like think of how shitty it felt to go back to school after a break as a little kid. And then instead you get to play Nintendo 64 all week while playing in the snow. Like that's what we did. We alternated between playing in the snow. When we get too cold and tired, we'd go inside and play Nintendo 64. And then we'd go out in the snow until it got dark, and then we'd go back and play Nintendo 64. It was just a beautiful time to be alive. Thanks, Lol. I don't even see whatever the fuck that was, but appreciate it all the same. There's more assholes to slay in this area? The fuck is this? This must be... I don't remember... Does anyone remember if this little area I'm in is a part of the original starting zone? Because it's been so long since I've done it, but I don't know if this is one of those original... This is like a new addition. What the fuck? It goes into a frenzy and has stacking damage? That thing would be such an insane mob on adventure mode where everything is elite. Yeah, it's about... They must be using some form of AI on the back end for the default auto mod or something. And honestly, it's about damn time because people have been using AI to be more clever in their spam and everything. So again, it's like it's about damn time that the defensive tools have caught up to that shit. Oh fuck, I didn't see that. Oh, use the key to access the basement. Okay, it says it should be for 2 people, but hopefully I'll be powerful enough to do it by myself. This is definitely some custom created shit. Oh, this is an elite. Yeah, I'm out of here. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. Yeah, I straight up don't even have... Forget living. I wouldn't have the mana to do it. This is... Yeah. Okay. Okay, well this is some bullshit. Okay, so you can get out of the way of some of that, but yeah, realistically speaking, you can't do anything about that. As I would not have the mana to fight that. But that's a cool little thing there. That's definitely something that the Ascension team added, because it's like a quest with mechanics and shit. A level 3 cloak with armor and stamina. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good too. Again, I don't need it though, because I've got a spell power cloak. Alright, very cool. Now, let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll just go on to Brill already. See if we can get a mount. Fred, I just read your message. Or sometimes good comes from gooning. I guess in the case of that anime Reihaku's talking about, yeah. I mean, that is definitely something that wouldn't have existed otherwise, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot I had a cup of tea here. Oh, fuck, that's still very hot.
What now? What have we here? You look like a fledgling adventurer. If you hope to prove yourself to the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west, you'll find a farm. Humans infest the land like mold on a rock.
Oh yeah, right. These are angry enemies.
The Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach those scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Once you have 10, take them to Apothecary Johann in Brill.
Alright. Oh, nice. Ah, good. Now I have shield, so I can actually, like... That's less mana. Let's see, 40 damage. Okay. Okay, so I get 7 mana from each trinket right now when I get a kill. It better than nothing, but that is not a lot. Seems like the caster heirlooms could use a little bit more of a boost in the lower end range, but maybe there's a good reason why they didn't do that. Like maybe it would have totally fucked up battlegrounds or something. Then again, it's like low level rogues and warriors with their heirlooms. You do a lot of damage with physical heirlooms. Just because of the sheer weapon damage on them. You could also just lift up, like assuming, like, I have no idea what the mechanic, what the mechanical back end of that is, but assuming there's some type of a curve to it, you could easily just lift the very first 10 levels of that curve without modifying the rest of it. That would be an option too. Oh, actually, okay, that is catching up, though. I mean, having 22 spell power at level 7 has definitely improved things. Okay, so there's a maximum range to that. Okay. It's very generous. I would say for sure if you're going to do dungeons, I mean, I think a loot bot is one of the best things you can get as far as the vanity items go. But especially if you're going to be doing dungeons. Which realistically, probably almost everyone is. But anyway, we've done the quests that will lead us to Brill. We got multiple things to turn in, which could be another level up, but most importantly, we should be able to get a horse there, so we don't have to walk around on our fucking feet like a pleb. Lion Horn of Stormwind. What is that? Oh, a trinket. That's why I can't see what it looks like. Okay, so the bats aren't aggressive, but the dogs are. Okay, good. I can just barely outrun that zombie. Not that it would be detrimental to fight him, I just don't want to fight a random mob that I don't have to. I love that. Someone asks a question in newcomers chat to explain if they can change their race at level 60 or if they can do it anytime. Their only response is telling them that people who change their race are racists. It would be so hard to play any other MMO after playing Ascension. I mean, unless it was an MMO that actually had like a relatively unmoderated chat, but most online games you just can't fucking even remotely be funny at all without getting your account deleted.
What are you looking for?
Scourge have trickled into Tirisfal Glades and have infested the area west of Brill, near the old bridge. Go there and beat back the rotting dead and ravaged.
Oh, it's gonna give me a raptor anyway, okay.
Scatter their bones and bring back their putrid claws, and the Death Guards will reward you.
Speak quickly.
I can teach you the finer points of skeletal horse riding, provided you have enough gold to cover the lesson.
Embrace the shadow. Goodbye. Trust no one.
On behalf of the
Okay. So I could buy a skeletal horse from him, but it would cost gold.
steeds available for the Forsaken. These beasts have endured trials and tribulations as we all have.
We'll just ride the same shitty raptor we always have. Who cares? Okay.
On behalf.
Okay. There we go. That's better. And now let's go and mount. All right. We got our mount, baby. I like raptors anyway, but it would have been fun if it would have given me a horse. That's all right. We got a dinosaurs.
You have performed your bidding well, young adventurer. You are proving yourself to be quite
I'm too tall to get out of this
to the
door.
Dark Lady's army.
Giga Chad problems.
Right? Or so it would seem. If we are to defeat Arthas's advances from the north and the human infestation from the south, we need to start realizing the full potential of our gift of undeath. With a little ingenuity, a simple pumpkin becomes an agent for our Dark Lady. This pumpkin, laced with my latest formula, will prove to be quite a treat. Yet another Scarlet Zealot has been captured and is being kept in the cellar of the Gallows End Tavern. Take this pumpkin to the fool.
Lady Sylvanas has called upon
Holy
the
shit, there's a lot of
Apothecary
quests over here.
Society. The Dark Lady believes our knowledge coupled with the newfound magic will provide the key to Arthas's demise. She has challenged us to concoct a new plague, a plague deadlier than any ailment on Azeroth. This new disease will bring Arthas's Scourge army to ruin. My studies show that the blood of beasts might prove to be the key. Bring to me 5 vials of Darkhound blood so I can test my theory.
The mass graves southwest of Gallows.
Real-time strategy games are not really my genre, but that being said, some of the nostalgia for Warcraft itself and like hearing the mention Arthas and stuff, it kind of makes me want to
My dear old mother in death knell. Such a saint she is. I wonder how she's holding.
kind of makes me want to play it. Granted, I bet by the time I actually got it and got like Warcraft 3 installed, I wouldn't want to play it anymore.
It's so cold now.
But I do have a lot of nostalgia for the old Warcraft story. I actually played the first one as a kid here and there. 1 and 2 mostly. I didn't have Warcraft 3 in its heyday because I didn't have a computer that could run it. Is that guy inside? I guess so. Oh, he's in the basement. That's why I didn't see him. Well, that makes sense. I should have used my actual tracking here.
You are. Dark Lady, watch over you.
There we go.
Hello.
By the light, finally some food. Sweet, sweet pumpkin.
That fucking voice line. So yeah, we fed him the cursed pumpkin and he turned into a ghoul. All right, but the formula's not perfect yet because he didn't last. It's one of the few quests I actually remember from all this time.
Speak quickly.
Reminds me of that Steam review of Guilty Gear Strive. I beat Bridget's ass so bad I had to go to a Pride rally to prove I wasn't a transphobe. Holy shit, that's a good Steam review. That's fucking funny.
What can this insignificant servant do for you, adventurer? Training, perhaps? Finally, you've arrived.
I heard that that character actually is a whole. There's a whole point of contention amongst that with the community of Guilty Gear. Like, some people are trying to say that Bridget is just the OG femboy and was always a boy, and then other people are trying to say no, she's trans. And it's like, okay, but Guilty Gear came out like when was Bridget first in Guilty Gear? In like the fucking 90s or something? Like, I'm gonna go with probably not. If not the 90s, definitely the early 2000s though. Because I know that she was in Guilty Gear X2 Reload that I had on the classic Xbox, and that game cannot be that fucking modern. It's on the classic Xbox. And I think it was a port from a PS2, so yeah, it's a pretty old game. Now, could it have gotten retconned? Sure, but you know, unless it explicitly did, I'm gonna say probably fucking not. The hell are these? Spore Phase Guardian? I don't even remember these things. The Smite build I had on Area 52 is so much better though, obviously. That being said, it'll get better once I have access to talents and mystic enchants. Is it mystic or mythic? Mystic, okay. I wonder if my wand has more DPS now. 11? Okay. I'll bring that back out on the bars just in case I ever need it in a pinch. Oh, nice. A level up means I don't have to worry about my mana. Sweet. What in the fuck? There we go, I see. I will give them credit for that. That's actually, at first it was confusing, but it was actually intuitive enough that I didn't have to read it. I just kind of was like, okay, there's a tether. It kind of feels like it's supposed to be slow. There we go. Yeah, this whole weird looking rot area. Okay, so there's nothing to do there. I just need 2 more of the mobs. I wonder if... There's a bunch of weird phasing around here. I wonder if I can, like, hit just the edge of a phasing zone and then pull a mob or something. Yeah, see? It's like the one time phasing was actually fine. Yeah, so there's nothing in range. I guess if you had a pet, you could maybe send him in to pull him out, but I don't know if it would work after you got too far. Well, damn, that's annoying because I literally just need 1 more. That's weird. I never remembered having to wait for mobs before, really. I wonder if, like, and there's not that many people. Makes me wonder if there isn't a, Yeah, it's like, why don't they have more spawns occurring here? Anyway, I'll work on one of the other things here for a sec. Because, yeah, that is odd. That Ravage is really annoying. There we go. It's funny that they're called Spore Phase, and this whole issue here has been a constant phasing issue. Okay, so we have the dogs. We need... Okay. Heal and fortify Deathguard Kel. Oh, okay, yeah, that's one of those, like, quests that teaches you kind of the basic of your class.
You have done well, adventurer, and I thank you for your efforts. While you were collecting samples for me, my experiments led me to realize that more reagents will be required for this new disease to spread properly. Poisoning some hapless victim is child's play. Plaguing an entire world proves to be a bit more complicated. 5 vile thin scales from murders in the vicinity. You will find that the creatures are on the coast, to the north or to the west.
What was that? Okay, yeah, I was like, hey, what the hell is this? Hulag's Cleaver? Okay. Alright, so let's see. Deathguard Kel wants to heal and fortify him. There we go. Work complete. I guess I should, oh, wait. Let me go to the Ascension book first, in case I can get a new skill rank. Because I think to do the quest, I have to actually learn it from the beginner's book that's like floating out in the world. There we go. Oh, train all didn't qualify for that. That's fucking annoying, but whatever. Given that that's their own quest, you really think they would have thought of that, because that's probably what most players are going to gravitate towards.
You have passed my test with ease. Good. Soon you will be ready to take on more responsibility, and that road will lead to dark.
But given that this is basically an elaborate mod project, sometimes you can run into a little bit of a like weird issues that shouldn't necessarily be the case in general, but are in that specific circumstance. Man, all of Priest's skills leveling up are just not that exciting. It's like you get a shield, a renew, a heal, a fade for all the threat that you have while you're by yourself anyway. But Priest is one of my favorite classes later on, for sure. But man, if it's this week with heirlooms, I don't want to see what it would be like otherwise. Between Renew and Troll's Blood Potion, though, that's some pretty decent HP sustain. Running out of mana is really the real problem, though. Alright, there we go. Claws and Gloomweed. Yeah, I don't really want to go do quests that I'm underleveled for. That just adds unnecessary friction and difficulty that doesn't actually translate to any kind of a reward. This will be fine though, right here. Nice. Okay, so Embalming Ichor. Yeah, that for some reason didn't update. I was like, wait a second, what the hell? There we go. Oh, and there's the Gloomweed for that other quest over here too. Well, by the time I ever need that again, I'm sure I will have forgotten that. These are all grave robbers, aren't they? So where the fuck are the, Okay, Maggot Eye is a level 10 quest. Well, let's go over this way anyway and see if the other mobs are over there. Because we're already at 5 out of 8 on these. And if I'm going to have to fight both types at the same time anyway, then I'd rather not, like, give myself extra work. That being said, these are just regular Rothide gnolls. Oh, there's a Rothide mongrel. Okay. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay, great. That level of haste I have from the troll racial. If only I had that all the time, man. Right now, at least, that feels like the right level of haste. Granted, it will pick up, but like... Yep. We're feeling it right now. Okay, well, I had the right idea to make sure I was looking for these dudes. That being said... Shit. Now I'm gonna have to run out of combat. What's the... I gotta see, who's the dude in here? Okay, these are... Spirit reduced by 2? Wow, you piece of shit. How dare you? Okay. Let me see if this house has respawned. Okay, so there's also a mongrel there. Mongrel, okay, 2 mongrels and maggot eye, which is the guy I need, so it's a good thing I didn't kill all the quest mobs yet. Alright, well while we're waiting for that, we can easily go do the Murloc quest here. Guys attack fast. They don't hit very hard, but fast hits are annoying as a caster. Granted, pulling 2 mobs at once as a caster when you have to face tank them has pretty much always been an annoying element. Oh wow. Well, that's not nice. Okay. I was gonna say, I've got options here, but things are looking pretty rough. Oh yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, Fred. But you'll see if like if I were to go do a like a warrior with the 2-handed axe and those heirlooms, even though I don't have the full stack, like for warrior I have weapons, trinkets, I have all the pieces to grant XP, which I think is what, shoulders, chest, yeah, I don't know. I have a couple of them. That warrior would be so much stronger than I am right now. And the other thing that frustrates me is it's also weird, like the wand is weirdly weak. It doesn't make sense for the wand to be this weak. I don't know what that's, I don't know what that's about. someone tried to do this and it didn't work for them. I wonder if that's how it'll go for me too. Well, the corpses are gone. They should be here very soon. Let's fight this guy for the sake of fighting something. Nice. Come on, mobs, where the hell are you at? Okay, good. As long as I only have to fight one, that'll be no problem. If I had to fight multiple of them, that could get scary. Alright, now we'll kill this last mongrel here and then go back and take out the grave robbers, and that will be a bunch of quests complete. As underwhelming as the mana restoration is, even for having 2 of those, it's still pretty cool. Okay, here's the grave robber. Oh, these ones are either a little bit, yeah, they're a little bit lower level and a little bit weaker, so it's easier to, Oh, you know, the other thing too to keep in mind, Fred, these are undead, and Smite is holy, and Ascension has that whole RPG mechanic thing where, like, fireballs are going to do more damage to ice elementals. Now, it's only a slight effect, but if you combine that slight effect with the fact that I have 23 spell power at level 9, which isn't crazy out of line, because I remember I had some spell power when I was leveling my druid, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cool that I already have like 20 or 30 spell power, you know, at level 14 or something. But of course, the thing is with heirlooms, it's like you don't even have to get a lucky drop, you just have it. So it's definitely better. But yeah, for anyone who wants that very early game power fantasy above all else, I can definitely say now that you'll get more of that with physical damage dealers and heirlooms for that. But that's not usually a deciding factor in what you play or what you're going to make.
Done, adventurer. The Scourge are mistaken if they think they can use those corpses against us, and the fluid you gathered from the wrought-hide slaves will be studied by our apothecaries. It may have secrets we can use against them. As I said, well done. But our struggle continues, and the conflict will surely offer you more chances to prove your worth to the Forsaken.
Okay. Let's try to figure out where Mooncake went.
I need a fresh report from our Death Guard way station to the east. I must know if more Scourge forces have slipped past the bulwark and into Tirisfal. Our vigilance on the border to the Plague Lands must be maintained. We can't let the Scourge get a stronger foothold here. Travel south along the road, then east at the fork to the way station. Speak with Death Guard Linnea. She has the information I need. Bethor Iceshard, a high-ranking and powerful mage in the Undercity to the south, commands me to send him an agent with proven worth against the Scourge.
You, adventurer, will be that agent. Present these orders to Bethor. He will then instruct you on your mission. I don't know its details, but it deals with recruiting a wayward lich, and it will be dangerous. So ready yourself, adventurer. You must not fail. You may find Bethor in the magic quarter of the Undercity.
The scales are perfect, adventurer. Exactly what I needed for this concoction.
All right.
While you were out gathering, I uncovered some old text in one of my tomes that indicates that an ancient plague wiped out thousands of innocent victims. Later, it was discovered that the deadly agent in the plague was preserved through the venom of nightweb spiders. Bring me some venom from a vicious nightweb spider to complete this experiment. I want to see if the contagious element from the venom will work with my new concoction. Rumor has it, the spiders can be found in eastern Tirisfal glades. Time is a luxury, so...
All right. We got all that. Anyway, despite the fact that it's a fairly short duration of stream here, I am going to have to get calling it because it's getting late here and I got to go make dinner. And then I also want to see what Mooncake's up to just because she's dealing with a little injury right now. So I don't want to... I was going to go AFK to go check on her, and I was looking at the time like, you know what? There's no point in going AFK and then coming back just to end the stream. So we'll go ahead and hit this and call it a night. But anyway, dudes, good chatting, good hanging out, good gaming. I will catch you guys on the next one. It's only 11, yes, but I haven't had dinner yet, so I need to go cook and eat and do all of that, and maybe go for a walk if it's not raining, because it's been raining the last 3 nights in a row, and I haven't gone for a walk because it's been pouring rain and cold. So, you know, fine. I don't need to put myself in that, but if it's not raining, I'd like to go for a walk. It's good for me. Anyway, dudes, take it easy. I will catch you on the next one, and if I feel like playing something familiar and very much like today with WoW, I jumped on WoW because I didn't want to learn a new game. I didn't want to set anything new up. I just wanted to chill and play something familiar. That being said, I did pick up Unmetal, and this looks amazing.
My name is Fox.
So this is something that we'll be playing soon, possibly on the next stream, unless I feel like playing WoW again, and then the other way around.
Name? My name is Fox. Jesse Fox.
You don't seem to be Russian.
Russian? Me?
You were piloting a Russian aircraft 2 hours ago.
I also drive a Toyota, and I'm not Japanese.
Jesse Fox is a man of action.
I'm just a man who's good at what he does. Kicking ass and explosions. You don't have to be a $6 million man to punch guards in the face. Guards love picking up free coins off the ground.
Hey, a coin!
I'll show you a punchline. Punch, punch. Paper beats rock.
Fuck's sakes.
Boat beats chopper.
I'm going to splash your entrails all over the place.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Jesse Fox is a man of science.
Hold on. You have expertise in chemistry?
Chemistry's not that hard. You just
Chloro?
have to mix the ingredients correctly.
Combine chloro and form.
Here you are, Colonel. A radio. I've modified it to encrypt the signal. Wise man once said, with a little bit of imagination, anything is possible.
Jesse Fox is the ultimate non-hero that we deserve.
You stole a one-eyed man's patch? What you did was macabre and suggest you might have a fetish.
Pet the doggy? The sewer was infested with assassin rats.
What the fuck?
Felt like I was a huge chunk of cheese.
I haven't seen this. This is a longer trailer than I saw.
Bless you.
Fox, what are you waiting for? We are running out of time.
You are Jesse Fox.
No, I'm Jesse Fox.
He is Jesse Fox.
And I've been arrested for a crime I didn't commit.
We know.
Did you see the cat joke in the previous trailer?
So anyway, as you can see from that, it's basically retro Metal Gear Solid, and it's like half a serious game and half a very not serious game. And honestly, I think that based off of what I've seen, this is going to be very much my jam. And again, I picked it up because this has been on my wish list for a while, but it's 80% off. So I was like, okay, fine, I will buy it and we will play it. So anyway, that could very well be on the next one or the one after that, but without any further ado, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Take it easy, everyone.